self-care tips for you and me. No, for you and me. Yeah, self-care tips for you and me. 5 self-care tips because we got to take care of ourselves. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is Faye and welcome to Faye's social YouTube channel. Guys, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, Asante, thank you for being here. So guys, today's topic is about us, like ourselves. So we're gonna be talking about self-care. I'm gonna be talking about self-care tips, things that we can do to take care of ourselves, to take care of ourselves as a whole, like a whole human being, because we need to give ourselves some self-care, some, I wouldn't say self-love, because self-love and self-care, they're two different, they may be related, but they're two different things. Today we are doing self-care and we're gonna be talking about 5 different ways that we can give ourselves self-care. Guys, self-care is the act of taking care of oneself with behaviors that promote health and well-being. So these are behaviors, we are changing our behaviors to promote our health and also our well-being. They say sometimes we get so involved with doing other things, like maybe even taking care of other people or taking just care of things around us, and we forget about ourselves. But as you all know, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So when you're taking care of yourself, you're filling your cup first. That way you're able to pour for other people. So by taking care of ourselves, it means that we are filling our cup first before we can fill other people's cups. That way we are not pouring from an empty cup. So there's a quote by Carrie Reid that says that self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Wow, I just love that quote. You're taking care of yourself so you can show the world what's best of you. So guys, without further ado, I'm gonna get into the first kind of self-care, and it's called physical self-care. Yes, our physical self, how we look, how we feel, and just our physical self. So what are some of the things that we can do to take care of our physical self? Take care of our physical selves involves fueling our bodies with the right foods. Guys, let's eat the right foods. Eat sure that we are eating a balanced diet, making sure that we are increasing our fruits and vegetables intake, and also making sure that we are drinking water. Guys, for me, drinking water, it's like work. So that's something I'm working on, because you need to drink water so you can refresh your cells, guys, and so you can always feel like you have that fluid, you have that that energy to keep going. Eat your proteins, eat the right amount of proteins, and also choose your fats wisely. They say that fats are easy to eat, have that sweetness. So when you're eating fatty foods, you want more and more of it. But make sure that you're choosing the right fats. Like plant-based fats are very healthy. Most of them are healthy per se. So you might want to look at that. So guys, also when you're taking care of your physical self, remember to do your exercises. It's good to have at least 30 minutes of exercise at least 5 days a week. So guys, just get out, go for a walk, or run or do something. For me, sometimes I'll just like at my work, I walk a lot. I walk at my work. Yeah, walk at work. So sometimes I consider that exercise, but again, I still feel like I need to dedicate time for exercise. Just going out, doing an exercise, maybe just going to the gym and working for at least 30 minutes. Exercises that will work your body out. And then also guys, as we take care of our physical self, don't forget about your appointments, your doctor's appointment. Go get your physical, go get checked, your blood pressure, just get checked, just get your cholesterol done, such things. Get your blood sugar checked. You never know. I know so many people that will just go for a regular checkup and they find out that they are even diabetic, something that they didn't know. So let's not forget our health. Let's go out there and get our doctor's appointment, our health appointments. For us ladies, we have that exam that we always go every year. Yes, you need to go to that exam every year because it's you taking care of yourself. So guys, that's all about physical self-care, taking care of our image, taking care of our bodies. The second type of self-care is social self-care. Guys, as human beings, we are social. We are just social beings. We were created being social, but sometimes we tend to neglect this part of our lives. We tend to neglect the fact that we need those social relationships. Sometimes, especially when we are so busy, we are running up and down, we forget about our friendships, we forget to see our friends. So some of the things that we can do is make sure at least you're getting the phone and calling your friends. Call someone out there that you talk to. Just call them, spend some time with them, spend some time sharing ideas or sharing things that are going on in your life. Just talk to someone. Also, you can plan like dinners with your friends, and this is something that I like to do. I like to just go out for dinners with my friends, especially if I haven't seen them for some time. I like to have that self-care, that social self-care with them, and just go and catch up with them. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel that that part of me, that need, has been taken care of. Something else you can do is you can find activities that you both love, or maybe things that you can do together. Like maybe you can go, like let's say right now it's Christmas time, you can plan with a friend to go shopping for Christmas together. And here you're not only doing something that you're supposed to do, but you're also taking care of your social needs. You're meeting friends out there, doing activities together, and actually that makes someone feel so good. You feel like, oh, that was fun. Like when you go back home, you're like, oh, that was really fun. We got to spend some time together, and I got things done. So even if you're just going, maybe you're taking your kids out for activities, you can plan with your other mom friends and put your kids in the same activities, and you can go out there. When you're taking your kids, you can go out there and meet your friends and do something that you are to do, but also feel some of the other needs that you need, your self-care needs. Care tip number 3 is emotional self-care. I have to say that this is maybe one of the hardest things, because these are feelings that we feel, and we need to take care of them. These are the way we respond maybe to things that happen to us. And so we need to find activities that we can do to help us take care of our emotional needs. So these are things that we can do to help us cope with emotions that we are going through, to help us cope with these emotions in the right way and in the most safest way, and also regularly, like at the right time, not just waiting to pile things up, just getting upset maybe every day and you're not doing anything about it. We need to take care of these needs regularly, like every day. As soon as we feel a certain emotion, we need to be able to take care of it. So some of the things that we can do to take care of these needs is journaling, or rather writing down, like in a notebook, in a journal, or just writing our thoughts and emotions somewhere. We're just letting it out, just writing it down, letting our thoughts and emotions on a paper, and that's kind of relieves our heart. It relieves us from the burden that we are carrying, and also it will give us a thing to come back to, because sometimes when you're having emotions at that moment, sometimes you don't have a very clear mind or clear way of responding to these emotions. But once you write them down, you can always come back to them, to whatever you wrote down, and you're like, okay, this is how I was feeling. Maybe next time I'll do this and this. Maybe next time I'll do this and this. So writing or journaling is a very great way to deal with our emotions. Also, to cope with our emotions, to help us have that emotional self-care, we can always find activities that we enjoy. Like I would say, like for me, sometimes I will just listen to music. Sometimes I'll just listen to music, and once I listen to that music, I feel like I'm letting go a lot of maybe stress that's in me, or whatever kind of emotion I'm trying to let go. Music helps me. Some people, it's going out for movies. You can go out for movies, you know, you can just go and watch your favorite movie, and that will help you just connect. Maybe a movie that has a storyline like what you're going through, and you're able to connect, and you're able to let go your emotions. You're able to take care of your emotions. Then another tip for your emotion self-care is also saying yes to yourself. Sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, like we are so strict, you know, with ourselves, that we just wanna press ourselves the hardest. But sometimes it's okay to say yes. If you feel like you wanna maybe eat some ice cream, go for it. Go just get a scoop of ice cream and eat it. It might just be what you're needing to just help you relax, to just help you just feel like, wow, that's all I needed. It's not the end of the world. Life is good, life is fun, and all that. So take care of your emotional self. Our self-care number 4 is spiritual self-care. So, spiritual self-care helps us to nurture our spirit. It doesn't have to be religion. Yes, if you're a religious person, that's a good way to take care of your religious needs, spiritual needs. But if you're not religious, there are so many other things that you can do to help you connect with your inner spirit. Spiritual self-care helps us develop a deeper sense of meaning, understanding, or connection with the universe or a superior being. So, some of the examples that we can, do, or activities that we can do to take care of our spiritual self is attending a religious service, like going to church. When you go to church, you know, you worship, you praise, and all that. So you're creating a bond between you and a superior being. You can also do meditation, you can do yoga, you can do mindfulness. Mindfulness is just being aware of our own surroundings, being aware of the things that are surrounding us, and it's just ignoring everything else and just connecting to our surrounding. So mindfulness, I actually find it to be such a great way to just, you know, have that spiritual self-care. Just taking a moment and just like this and breathing, just doing a focused breathing, that will really help to just connect with your spiritual self. Another thing is also like reading spiritual or rather inspiring materials. Like you can read inspiring messages, inspiring books, inspirational novels, inspirational magazines, all that. Even listening to inspirational stories and YouTube videos and all that, that can help you take care of your spiritual self. The 5 type of self-care is mental self-care. Mental self-care, this is the way you think, the things that you fill your mind with. Mental self-care, it involves like engaging in activities that makes our mind stay sharp. And some of these activities are like doing a puzzle, trying to solve a puzzle, just trying to find that connecting dot. That will keep our mind occupied, and it will keep it active and trying to work and trying to find solutions. Also trying to learn something new, like trying to learn a new language, trying to learn a new culture, trying to learn maybe a new recipe. These are all the things that will make our brains active and ready to learn and ready to go and ready to fire. Also, reading inspirational books too, you see how people are doing certain things. And also just staying positive, just thinking positive. If you encounter maybe a problem, you start thinking positive, trying to see how can I solve this in a positive way. Those are some of the things we can do to keep our minds active and to take care of our mental self. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find some tips to, just give yourself that self-care, because we all need some self-care, guys. We all need to give ourselves some love, some self-care. So guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because we're gonna be talking about more and more. And subscribe down below. Subscribe. All right guys, bye.